Welcome to another episode of Spilling the Veal. We got your host, Terence and our co-host slash producer, Blake McCauley. What's going on, Blake, man? How you doing today, brother?
Pretty good. I see you've got that Case and Pryor basketball camp shirt on. Good to see.
KP. Hey, Case of Pryor, man. Shout out Case Pryor. Got that basketball camp shirt on. Had to get my issue. That's my guy. Hey man, we're doing big things, man. I love the design and the outline and everything. The placement of the artwork. It's really good, man. Then I got my Louisville hat, custom made, all that, embroidered, all that, man. So yeah, we're doing big things at Spilling the Veal, man. What's going
For
on, Blake?
sure. We're here
So
after this 74 to
yeah, man.
64 win up in Cincinnati. Uh, Terrence, what were your thoughts coming off of that? I know, shout out to Coach Scotty for these stats he sent. You'd think, reading these stats out, you would think we would kind of be on the opposite side of this 10-point win. But we had 13 turnovers. We shot 38% from the field, 29% from three, and we still won by 10. Terrence, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, I mean, shoot, we had a prayer and it was answered. These are the type of games. These are the type of games that you want to learn your lesson and still have a great outcome. We were able to. We know the mistakes that we made. We came out flat. We didn't come out like how we were supposed to. But 29% from 3 point. I mean, that's really under par. You typically want to be around that 38, 35, 38 to almost 40% range as far as from three. 65, 68, 70% from the field. That's what you're really looking for, especially when you're playing high D1. So it was just an offshoot night. But when nights will happen, that's okay. You know how you get it. You have to get it in other ways. Defensively, we call it get it out the mud. Shots not falling, things aren't going right. That's fine. You got to impact the game in other ways, and that just shows like, okay, things aren't falling. Not everybody has it, but we're able to get it out the mud and get it in other ways, man. I'm so proud of them. They went down there and they really, hey, BTA.
I don't have it with me
BTA.
right now. I don't have it with me. Won't smack the table. But this was the first time our team, like, we
BTA.
hit adversity. I think for the first time this season, we
Right.
had a double digit deficit at one point early, and our shots weren't falling. But credit to our guys, they battled through. Baba Miller, he was kind of what his offense wasn't falling, but he was facilitating for him. But Kaysen came in and he was kind of playing that bruiser. He played a little bit less than 10 minutes,
Right.
but Kaysen got in there and he was pushing him around a little bit, and Baba didn't
Yeah.
return after that injury. So love to see the physicality out of Kaysen as soon as he gets back on the floor from injury.
Yeah, for sure. Those guys step up. Like I said, at any night it can be anybody. We have certain personnels for certain type of games. And Kaysen came out there, he brought that physicality and that stuff that we needed though, for sure.
Isaac McNeely didn't hit a shot. So when we talk about earlier this year, we talk about we have so many different options. Like, Isaac wasn't feeling it. Okay, Ryan Conwell is still one of the
Right.
hottest players in all of college basketball
Right.
right now. Michael, his shot wasn't falling earlier, but you see it late in that game. He was demanding that ball and he started to take over, especially with those 5 points in 10 seconds.
I mean, honestly, you said Isaac didn't make a shot at all
I think he was 0 for 4. His points came
the
from the
whole.
free throw line.
Okay, so but honestly, that gives me a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? It gives me a lot of reinforcement because we're not relying on certain players to have big games. Anybody can have a great game and we can pull out a dub. So at any moment, anytime. And Ryan, and man, shout out Ryan Conwell, man. He's been spectacular. We don't talk about him enough. He's really he's the guy. He's aggressive. He's the one making stuff happen. I love the way he plays. I was just earlier on the season worried about him picking and choosing his spots and deciding when to kind of rip back and kind of play through the offense. But man, just let him go. Just let him go when he's feeling it. Get out of his way. I mean, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 50%. So, I mean, he shot better from the 3 point line, but 50% from 3 point. Huge production, huge production. And I love to see it. Mike Hill played great, awesome game. So we we had to impact the game in other areas and we pulled it out. So I'm happy for that.
Terrence, we're gonna debut a new segment real quick. It's came up through some of our summer interviews with Shane Bohannon and I believe Preston Knowles, but they talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly during your guys' film sessions. And so, those that aren't very familiar with what that is, do you want to go a little more in depth?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, one thing you can say is the film never lies. It always tells the truth. Whether you think that, hey, we always have a different perception of ourselves, but that film it never lies. My freshman year, I come in, we have a game, and we have all these editors. They break down film. We have a whole bunch of media guys. They're breaking down the film, and they put together this segment called "The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly." And what you're trying to do is you're trying to see what you did well, the great things you did out there, the bad things, and the things that are just you should never think about doing again in life. Okay. So, and the thing about film, it's always a placeholder and a reminder, and it actually teaches you, to where you find yourself in those same situations. You'll be surprised at how you self-correct. So we're going to do a segment called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and we're just going to pick out a few things that we love to see, and that's what we need to see, and the things that were bad. And maybe so what the thing about the ugly part is that's what everybody gets in their feelings. Okay. I had ugly I had multiple uglies. George had multiple. Preston, everybody had their ugly clip. And you know what's funny about the ugly clip is when you leave, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about what you was doing on that ugly clip, man. You need to get it together. So for sure, it's an exciting time, and your motive is to never end up on a bad or ugly. You always want to end up on the good. For sure. Yeah, so we're gonna do that, and it's gonna be my favorite segment, hands down.
Yeah, that is. I'm looking forward to this. But you talked about the ugly. Nobody wants to be on that, but it's good because if you're on that and you're kind of everybody's kind of busting chops about that, your guys are
Yeah,
holding each other accountable. It's like, all right, yeah, we're gonna
yeah,
have fun, but hey, you better not end up there
yeah.
on again. If so, you're gonna hear about it.
Right. Yeah, yeah. It's just it's nothing to discourage or anything. It's only to uplift. If you're a competitor and you're wanting to get better, you're not gonna look at an ugly clip and say and feel bad. You're just gonna be like, okay, I'm not gonna do that again, or whatever was going on. You ran up down 6 times and you was just tired. I get it. I understand, but just know that you're gonna end up on an ugly clip. So figure it out, and we'll move on. And it's all in it's all to teach and to move forward. But it's definitely gonna be an exciting segment for
All
sure.
right, we'll get into our first of the good. We've got three of each. We have three of the good, three of the bad, and three of the ugly. So we'll go ahead with the first good clip.
Wonderful pull up by Mike Hill coming down, and then this point guard. This is just a terrible, terrible pass. But Mike Hill, he's anticipating. He gets in the passing lane. That's what we talk about, getting those interceptions, deflections into the dunk. Almost falls on his afro. Be careful, young fella. Do you remember the time when we fell? Okay. Yeah. So wonderful job by Mike Hill. And pause it for me, Blake, real quick, if you can. We were playing an away game. I just want to kind of reiterate that we were playing an away game.
I don't think Cincinnati
Look,
knew that.
look how the crowd reacts when he gets this steal in a dunk. Go ahead, push play. And this is why it's no place like Louisville. Look at that. Look, pause it. Look at that. You
Oh,
would think we're. Go
there
ahead.
we
It's
go.
okay. You would think we were in the KFC Yum Center. Look at that crowd. Everybody's jumping around. And that's a part of the reason why I feel like we were able to pull this game out. just that fan interaction. Our fans are coming down there. They're jumping around. But this is a wonderful pull up by Michael. I love that. And then he comes back. He's into it. The fans, this is all adrenaline. These are adrenaline plays. He's cranked up off the crowd. He's in the passing lane. Look at him. That young fella playing defense out for the let's go. Okay. That's the type of that's Louisville basketball. He's feeling it. And he's getting his confidence. I'm loving that dribble pull up. He's working it off the pick and roll with Sonny. When Sonny rolls hard, and Sonny's creating a lot of that open freedom for him because they're watching him on the roll. When he's rolling hard, they have to choose. They have to pick. Okay, and when Michael is hitting that shot, that pull up, or he's getting a lot of assists. So it's not like he's just pulling up anytime. He's dropping them off too. So you have to respect it, man. So that's that. When you play like that, it opens up those type of shots. So, man, I love it. Let's go.
It's good to see too on these pick and rolls with Sonny. Like Sonny's not doing anything super flashy. He's playing off of 2 feet. Some of the things he does look very awkward, but he's making them count every time. He's dunking everything he can. And there's a couple like I don't know if you call it a Euro step or what, but he had one on the opposite side of the glass, and then he crashed the offensive boards too and had that nice left-handed putback. So Sonny, I love to see what we're getting from Sonny.
Yeah, the fans are really taking to Sonny. They're really loving him. He's a quiet guy, man, but he's a quiet guy. He doesn't say too much. I don't mind. Just do your work, man. You here for business. That's his personality. I love it when he gets his dunks. Long as he plays how he's been playing, man, I love Sonny, man. He's awesome, and he opens up so much more for everybody else on the floor. So much more. For sure.
We'll get into the second clip of the good right here.
The second clip. Okay, we got pause it. We got all right. So typically, this is basically a handoff to an up screen. Spacing isn't the best, okay, but Conwell, he's so great at creating. He rejects the screen. Go ahead, push play. Attacks. All right, he spins up. That's on 3 players. That's on 3 players right there. So that's
one of them led the Big 12 in blocks last year. In that got Chime. I don't know how they pronounce his name.
Yeah, I think he's about 6'10", or is he a 7-footer?
6'10", 7 foot. He's around there.
Yeah. So wonderful timing with the left. I mean, getting to a strong hand. Javon's in a comfortable space. Dribbles up to the handoff. Spin a Rooney. Right at the Baja. Right at the Baja. Finish. Lays chips.
That's 2 guys averaging over a block and a half that he finished over 2. Like
right. And Sonata in there, he ready to get the offensive rebound too. Sonata, Sonny's in there. He's in there crashing. He ready. If he miss it, he's ready to get the putback. So great. This is a broken play. This is basically what you just call a broken play. They don't have anything. They got to make something out of nothing. And Conwell, he's reading. He sets the screen. Rip comes off. They're moving. They're filling in spots. Spacing isn't the best, but we were still able to make something happen. So great play. That was wonderful. That was wonderful, man, for sure.
We'll get into our last clip here.
Okay. Now, take it back. Okay. All right. Pause right here. Pause. Okay. So as a big man where Kaysen is right now, he is undersized right now. The guy that he's guarding probably, if you look at the height differential,
he's every bit of 7 foot, I'd say.
That's a significant height difference. So what you have to do is what we call do your work early. Okay, you're outmatched, but you have to do your work early. When you are undersized and you're guarding a big that's bigger than you, you have to get to the frontal position. You have to use your quickness. You're not going to out-muscle them, out-height them, out anything of them, but you will out-foot speed and out-angle and out-work. So he's doing his work early. He's starting to put a body on him. He's slowly what we call rooting him out. Go ahead, push play. Yeah. So he's getting around the frontal, getting around, banging with him. Bam, give me that. That's what I'm talking about, Case. That's what I like to see. That right there. That'll get you. That might get you paid, bro. That'll get you paid, man. But those are the little nuances that and that, I mean, that's a steal. That counts. Let me see. Yeah, that's a steal right there. But he's working. He's not letting him dictate the positioning. He's working. He's making them work. Get into that frontal position. This is a big key. Coach Pitino used to, when I first came in as a freshman, this is all I worked on. I didn't work on anything else but fronting and working my way around and not getting ducked in and not getting caught on a seal. So wonderful job by KP. Love it.
All right, now we've got those 3 good clips out of the way. Now it's kind of getting to those ones that people don't like to be on, so we'll go ahead and kick them off.
Yeah.
But I think these people, many of times, even though we haven't had the good, the bad, the ugly to start off the season, these guys would have been on the good part pretty good amount of times. But everybody has those games.
So we got the first play of the game, and we're coming with a handoff from Javon to Michael. It's coming off the handoff, and it's just a careless play. Sonny's not. He doesn't even know the ball's coming to the last minute. Yeah, it's just tough. Not a great decision. Not a great play decision made by Michael, but it is the first play of the game. It looks like they set up some type of play to come out as a first play, and it just got broken up. So in these type of situations, and that'll happen in the flow of the game. This is the first play, so they're definitely not in the flow of the game. But normally, if it play breaks down, just call a pick and roll. Just call out for the pick, tack, get fouled, get yourself, see the ball going through the rim. But I mean, that definitely wasn't the best look at the possessions. But we love you, Michael.
Get into our next one right here.
Okay, so Michael, he's trying to put the shimmy wow pick cow on number. What is that number? Who is that? Number one.
I'm not sure who that is.
Whoever that guy. He's putting the shimmy wow pick cow on him, so he's in his bag. Okay, so Michael's feeling it right now. It's 28. We're down 4, going into the end of the first half. Spread the floor. Got Kaysen in the corner. Khalifa. Everybody's kind of just basically clearing space for Michael to do one-on-one. So let's see what happens. He attacks. He tries to. Okay, so he creates push play. He creates. Great move. Ooh, got him. Bam. Big fella. Pause. So the 7-footer shot blocker comes over to block the shot, block Michael's shot. Ali Khalifa. Come on, big fella. You got to go up strong. Got to go up strong, man. Get the ball. I don't know if he was ready for the pass or what, but yeah, he has to be ready to catch that ball. As soon as he makes the move, your man steps up. You're the only one open. Go up. And yeah, finish that. We got to finish that. But yeah, we're fine. That was a great pass by Michael. It was a wonderful pass. Ali, we got to get you to finish that one under the basket. But it'll come. It'll come, and he'll make those later on in the season.
All right, we'll get into our last clip of the bad right here.
Okay. Now, this play will have you on the bench. Hey, and the reason why I say that, because I've sat on the bench because of plays like this. I'm talking about soon as I've done this and I let that man split, you'll never play again, son. You can't play defense. You can't let your man split like that. So as a big man, you can't never your man setting the screen, push play, bring it back. Okay, so we're coming up on the ball screen. Okay, stop. Go. Yeah. So Casey, you're already out of position. You have to go to the man. You have to go find him earlier. He was just a little late on the hedge. Uh, Once you decided to come, it was too late. He already had you split. Get to the middle. So once you let that guard split that hedge, if it's any type of a decent guard, you're done. Okay, so you have to get out. You can't let them break that plane. Okay, it's a plane that you can't let the ball break before you're out there on it. And once he broke that plane, you were just in a dead zone. So, and I'm sure they'll work. I'm sure they will work on that in practice this week, and I'm sure they saw that. But it's yeah, you just can't let that happen, man, because that's a coach's pet peeve right there. You get beat on the hedge. It's like you just in your guard too. You leave your guard out on the island. It's everything's just all messed up. But that was the bad, man. That was the bad.
All right, we'll get into the last three right here of the ugly. We'll kick off with our first clip right here.
The ugly. Okay, Michael coming off a ball screen going to his right. Little pro. Okay. Khalifa. Man, listen, Khalifa, you are a wonderful passer. You are a wonderful player. We're gonna get you working on these finishes. Dunk that big fella. Come on. The scouting report is you love to pass. So if they're gonna play you, they know you're gonna pass. That should open up a lot of free shots for you. Okay, so now, hey, take advantage of your size. Your band steps up. Just lay it in. Just lay it in with your shot. Working on that jump hook. But yeah, that was just what we call ugliest blunder. Just a blunderless blunder play. A couple too many pump fakes. But he'll get it together. He definitely said okay on the screen. Got to work on the screen, but rolling hard. You got to roll hard. That's a little guy. Go back one more time. I'm sorry. Go back one more time. He has a little guy right there. Okay, you get the ball, one hard dribble, put him in the cup. Nobody will jump with you again. So he's but he'll get it together. Mike Hill, and shout out to Mike Hill because he's gonna pass you the ball. If somebody steps up, he's gonna get his big man the ball. I would have loved to play with a point guard like Mike Hill because he's always finding his big man dive into the basket, roll into the basket, up top, throwing it to where only they can get it. I mean, yeah, you just got to finish. You just got to finish.
I think you had a pretty decent point guard your junior and sophomore year. Well, more your junior year, I guess, with Peyton. I think he was always looking for
Peyton
those
was
lobs.
yeah, but Peyton, and honestly, it's an understanding of balance. Knowing when to score, uh, when to pass, when to shoot, it's a balance. It's a balance of keeping your big man happy and making sure that you take the right shots. I'm not open on this. I might not be open on these next possessions, but you got to still find your shot within the offense and still find those wings. But he's doing a wonderful job at controlling the pace and playing at the speed that he wants to play, and it's working out.
All right, we'll get into our second ugly clip.
Okay, pause it. So dribbling to our left. Okay, so we're doing a transition kind of ball screen. This isn't really a ball screen. It's just like a rub screen. I mean, his feet aren't really set. Nobody makes contact with the player that's guarding Mike Hill, so he just was able to slip under it and get a hand up in his face, and it's just a bad shot. You know, Early on, I mean,
4 seconds into
it's
the clock.
4 seconds into the shot clock. We're down 3. We need to get in some. We need to get a better shot than that. But yeah. But moving on, there are the teams moving on in the season. Those like the Dukes and the North Carolinas and those guys will make you pay for that.
And our final ugly clip right here, Terence.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. hold on. Okay, so it looks like we're just so it looks like we don't have any what we call direction right now. We're not running anything. We're not in a set. We're just kind of making it up as we go. Oh, you take the ball. You get the ball. Hot potato. Hot potato. All right. So stop. Stop. All right. Now this isn't. This is actually the correct pass. You got basically a 3-on-2. You got Khalifa up the top. One of these guys has to pick up the ball. So let's see who picks up the ball. Okay, nobody picks up the ball. So they're daring him to shoot. So all he needs to do, engage one of the defenders, and let's see what happens. He got him to engage. He just has to throw a better pass. And Kaysen, he's not Vince Carter. He threw it up like Kaysen was Vince Carter or something, man.
Shoot, I didn't know if that was a pass or if it was a little floater.
Yeah, it was looking like a floater pass, but I guess he was gonna go with either or, But hey, uh, we'll pick those things up later on. I'm sure Khalifa he'll work on that and see that in film and be like, okay, I could have took because sometimes you don't see the moves you have because he can't see behind him, so he doesn't know that it's free game over there. He doesn't know he has all that space. So he'll go back to the film session. He'll see, oh man, I was basically by myself. So next time, hopefully, we should see some difference. He'll engage a little bit more. Maybe he could have shot his float. I wouldn't be mind if he shot a jump shot or a floater or something, or bounce pass, or swing it right here to Rodgers. You have a couple different plays you can do, but and he'll see that moving forward. But it looked like he had too many options at this point.
Yeah. He just kind of no man's land where he could choose about 4 different things if he wanted to do, and it kind of just seems like he got caught in all 4 of those things.
Right. It's like I got a few things. I floater. I can swing to the wing, lob, bounce pass. There's a few things you can do, but hey, that's okay. That's the good, the bad, and the ugly for sure.
Yeah, love it. That's definitely won't be the last time we do that. We'll make sure that hopefully it's a new weekly segment that we have going on. So
Yeah, shout out those guys, man. Yeah, like I said, it's not nothing to bring anybody down. It's just to point out certain situations that stuck out, and yeah, hopefully we can see those and improve. I used to look at good, the bad, and the ugly. I never took it personal. So I just always looked at it as learning, and I did whatever I could to not end up on there. And if I'm trying to do that, what does that mean? I'm doing the correct things, right? So that's a positive. All right.
is there anything on the ugly that sticks out to you throughout your career that somebody got absolutely flamed, or you got flamed in the ugly? Is
um,
there any moments that stick out?
I mean, there's so many between George. I mean, it's a lot. There's Joe B, Samardo. Samar Edgar. A lot of defensive stuff. Defensive breakdowns were the main. Not really offense. Everything that I saw was really just defensive stuff, breakdowns, uh, rotations, positioning. Uh, just it would be a lot of various. I mean, everybody got it though. Delk, PK, Preston. You sometimes you will be on the good and then be on the ugly too. So it wasn't you do something good and then you'll do something bad and then maybe you'll do something ugly. But it's a process, and you know because you're really hyped about like, okay, I did that was a good shot, that was good, and then you're just like, oh, now you got to be get brought back down to reality. You see like, all right, man, I should have got that rebound. Why didn't I get a rebound over a 6 foot guard? So those are the type of things that you'll see and be like, okay, I'll never let that happen again.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a learning experience, and everything that was with the good and the bad, the ugly, I always learned from. So shout out those guys, man.
Just wanted to take a second and give a big shout out to Bestway, home of the low price guarantee or it's free, where you can get all your home furnishing needs on a deal. They have everything from smart refrigerators, washer dryer sets, 86-inch TVs, PS5s, Xboxes, all the way to reclining living room suites and bedroom suites. Bestway offers so many ways to pay, from retail to rent to own and even financing through Lendmark. With 2 locations in Indiana, 1 in New Albany and 1 in Jeffersonville, and 5 locations in Kentucky. Radcliffe, Dixie Highway, Hikes Lane, Shelbyville, and Shepherdsville. Stop by today and tell them that we sent you to get $100 off your new item. Now let's get back to the show. We've got Eastern Michigan coming up this Monday night at the Yum Center. They're coming off of a 97-91 win against Oakland. They also had a game. It was their second game of the season. They lost 78-66 against Pitt. And they were picked to finish 9th out of 13th in the MAC conference this year. So a couple guys that we've got to watch out for. There's this guy named Mohammed Habab. He's averaging 16 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. That's kind of a big man that they play through. He's 6'9", 205, and he's coming off of a 24, 11, and 9 game against Oakland. So stat sheet stuffer right there. They've also got another scorer named Addison Patterson. That's a pretty cool name. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 60% from the field and almost 60% from 3. So he's another good scorer and a guy that we're really going to have to focus in from the 3-point line. Mac Manseal, he's averaging 7.5 points, 2 rebounds, 1.5 steals, and shooting 52% from the field and 44.5 from the 3-point line. Terence, do you want to hit on your 3 keys for this game?
Okay, we got TJ's 3 keys. The first key, we want to shut down Mohammed Habab. That's who they really run their offense through. So we want to make sure that we make it really, really tough on him. We want to make sure he doesn't touch the ball, play physical with him. I mean, he's really good for them, but I feel like we've been doing a really great job at throwing bodies at the big man, and you know we definitely want to focus in and make sure we make it really tough on him. Key number 2, run Mansell off the 3-point line. He's shooting 44%, 6'11" last 2 games from behind the arc. That's really good. I mean, like I said earlier, you want to be around above that 40%, 38, 40% range, and he's definitely doing that. And we've been doing a really great job at defending the 3-point line with our rotations. Definitely want to send those shooters and those guys, run them off the line and send them into our shot blockers. Sonny, send them into those big guys. Let them clear up that paint, get those guys out of there. But we definitely have to stop the 3, which we've been doing a really great job at. So I'm not too much worried about that, but it's definitely it's going to be a battle. So if we're defending the 3, right, and we're forcing him to miss a lot of shots, the key number 3 is we definitely want to crash the boards, because there's going to be a lot of availability for rebounds, and we definitely want to smash those offensive boards. We want to take advantage of getting inside the paint, putting a body on those guys. We're so physically imposing. All those guys are, they're really beefing up. They're putting in time in the weight room. They're getting strong. Take advantage of that. They can rebound against these guys. They're not that big. So those keys, 3 keys: shut down Mohammed Habab, run Mansell off the 3-point line, smash those offensive boards, and attack those rebounds. TJ's 3 keys. Let's go.
I think we played Baba Miller, pretty well, considering at least his offense. We were kind of making everybody else do stuff, and he only had about 2 points. And then when he got yanked off the floor due to that injury, that's kind of when Cincinnati started to go downhill. So I think if we're able to be physical with this Habab guy and treat him kind of like, like Baba, and make sure that he can't get to his specialties, this should be a good time where they don't really have enough offense to compete with us and the
Right.
depth to where hopefully it ends up like those first few games that we played.
For sure, for sure. We've been filling it up. We've been filling up the stat sheet, high energy, high points, getting a lot of great guard and big man play. Everybody's been doing their job. So we just gotta defense turns into offense. I've been focusing on our defense. That our offense is fine. I'm never worried about our offense. We got Isaac McNeely out there. We got Mike Kill. We got Ryan Conwell. We got Sonny. We got Javon. where you want to get your offer. Pick your poison. Then we got those guys coming off the bench. But defensively, that's what I'm even more proud of these guys, because they're not just worried about the offense again. They're really kicking it up defensively, and that's what wins championships. So shout out them.
JB Creative, your trusted website designer and content creator, making your brand stand out from the rest. From web design and SEO to brand development for your business, JBC's got you covered. Let's go create.
For this week in Cardinal history, we're going to go back on the season start of your sophomore season now. We went from your junior, now we'll go to your sophomore year when you guys opened up the season in St. Louis for the Hall of Fame showcase against Arkansas. We've got them coming up again later this year in 2025, but you guys put the beat down to them 96-66 to kick off the year. Reggie Delk came off the bench and scored 20 points, shot 8 for 9, 4 for 5 from 3. Reggie was really going in. What do you remember from hanging out with Reggie on campus and just Reggie as a teammate?
Man, I got a real funny story about Reggie, man.
Uh-oh.
First off, Reggie, I don't know if a lot of people know that Reggie is a twin, like an identical twin.
Oh, for real?
Okay, so him and his brother actually played on the same team. His brother, athletic, he's a Tennessee kid. Um, great guy, man. He's great, quiet, humble, but he's very funny. That's somebody I really, I hung out with a lot. Him and PK were really close. But so anyway, me and Reggie would hang out, especially when I came in. So I go to knock on his door. I go and knock on his door at the dorm one day, and somebody opens up the door and look like Reggie, but I know this not Reggie though. I'm like, you look different, bruh. Like, what's up with you, man? You good? He like, but it was his brother, his twin brother, and he could tell how I was looking at him because he was in the
Yeah.
dark a little bit. And I started talking to him like he Reggie anyway. I'm like, yeah, what's up, bro? So we about to go to the gym real quick. I got your cookies and all this. Let's go get it. Let's go hang out. He's like, nah, bro, I'm not Reggie. I'm Ronald. I think his name Ronald. Reggie and Ronald. I forget his name, man. My bad if I forgot your name. But hey, Reggie, super awesome, humble kid. He came into work every day. Coach P, he would sometimes he would kind of play around with his minutes a little bit, but every time Reggie came in, he was ready to go. He'll hit that corner three. I love this shot. I love his athleticism. He can jump, go through the legs, windmill off the glass. His athleticism, but he really can guard the wings, and he had a lot of intensity. So Reggie definitely was my man. We used to ride around in the Escalade. He had the Escalade. We used to ride around campus all day, go get food, and yeah, man. It was a special time. I remember that game though. He really, he set it off. He came out, hit some quick threes from that corner spot he liked to shoot from, and I think once we seen he had it going, everybody had it going. So it was a good time, man, for sure.
Yeah, Swap came out. He had 10 points, 11 rebounds.
Oh, Swap.
Samardo, 17 points, 4 rebounds. Jerry Smith, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 5
Yeah,
assists, hit 4 threes. A little
four
bit of
threes.
everybody doing everything that night. Uh,
Yeah,
what else? I mean, Swapshire, he kind of seemed like he was kind of didn't really talk much, kind of more of a quiet type of guy. What do you remember anything of Swap?
honestly, I known Swap for a while. I probably heard him say 4 or 5 sentences in like that 3 4 years we were together. Not much of a talker, and that used to be the thing. You got to talk on defense. We like, all right, you don't have to talk off the court, but when you in here, you gotta say something, bro. You can't be a mute. We can call
Yeah.
it a mute. You can't be a mute. But he definitely was a quiet guy, but super athletic. Swap's my dude. We were in the Kentucky Derby together. That was my roommate. The Kentucky Derby. We were in a dunk contest together, so I know he's athletic. Great mid range shot. Great touch around the basket. St. Louis kid. Swap is awesome, but he just reserved guy. But once he gets out on the court, he's ready to. He loves the game of basketball, so he was ready to go.
You saying he's from St. Louis too? I didn't realize he was from St. Louis, but this was a homecoming game for him too, and he
Yeah,
dropped that double-double, so that one probably felt a little different for him for
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
All right, that's going to be everything that we've got today, Terrence. That was a pretty long one, but anything
yeah.
for the good, the bad, the ugly.
Yeah, man, for sure. We're gonna keep trying to come with new things. For we're listening to a lot of feedback from the people, getting a lot of great positive feedback, and we're just trying to keep elevating. Me and Blake, we've been putting all our time into this. So, hey, man, appreciate all the supporters. Shout out Unrivaled. Hey, you got your car wash? It's been raining. Listen, it's been raining
I
a little
haven't,
bit.
yeah. First
It
day that
doesn't
I can
matter.
finally get out there with no rain. We're
No,
going
bro,
right through.
we gonna go together. Okay. Mixed Nation, shout out Mixed Nations. Best way, you already know it's the best way. Derek A. Stewart, Realtor, man. Appreciate your partnership. Cardinal Sports Zone, JB Creative. Thank you, everybody that supports Spilling the Veal. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that, man.